Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to my Buildcraft version 3.2.0 Spotlight. It's currently on pre-release 7. It's open to the public, so you guys can just head over to the Buildcraft website and download it. It's currently in pre-release status, but it's pretty much done and working. So I'm going to go ahead and do the Spotlight for you guys so you can check out all the cool stuff that Craft and Sengir have been hard at work on. They've had a little bit of help from other guys as well, and we've got a whole bunch of neat new additions and changes to show y'all. So without further ado, let's get started checking out Buildcraft version 3.2 for Minecraft version 1.3.2. Alright. So you can see I've got this neat little house set up here, all cool and hanging out. But unfortunately I've got these ugly pipes heading through all the walls. Well, I shouldn't call them ugly, they're cool looking, but you can still see them, and sometimes you might not want to see them. And you might be saying to yourself, gee, I wish that Red Power 2 covers could work on Buildcraft gates. Unfortunately, they can't. But Craft and Sengir have worked hard and gotten us something that should pretty much suffice for you guys. They're called Facades. Facades are awesome, and as you can see, you can pretty much create a facade of almost any type of block that exists. All you gotta do is combine 3 cobblestone structure pipes with one of the item that you want in an assembly table. You're gonna need a little bit of energy to go on there, but 3 cobblestone structure pipes and 1 piece of stone, for example, will get you smooth stone facades. Pretty awesome. And you can do it for a whole bunch of different things, different kinds of wood and sand and pretty much everything that you would want. So let's go ahead and craft some right now. I'm just going to throw into this cobblestone structure pipes right into here, and I'm going to throw a few of these guys right here. We'll do 3 sets of them. I'm going to go turn on the power, boom, and click on this guy to indicate to start making the facades. Now this table had a little bit of power reserves from earlier, so don't worry about the fact that it started midway up the line. Once we get our facades, they should be deposited in the chest next to the assembly table, as you can see right there. Cool. Facade stone. Now, unlike Red Power 2 covers, these guys cannot be placed on the ground by themselves. They have to be placed on a pipe, so you can't just go building stuff out of them, unfortunately. But when you do place them on a pipe, just right-click, and boom. Look at that. It looks perfect. You can't even tell there's anything there. How nice is that, huh? Pretty cool. So your facades work to cover up your piping, and they look and work very well. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves another set of these once the assembly table's done with them. There we go. And we can run them up this wall as well, and we can just use this to cover up all of our piping. Nice. Look at that. Pretty fancy. Absolutely. Even put one over here too. Ha! And just go ahead and break them to get them back. And let's give this a shot too. Nope, wrenching will not get them back for you. So if you want to get your facades back, you do have to temporarily break the pipe that they're on, but no big deal, just replace it when you're done. Pretty cool. So facades are a really cool addition to Buildcraft, and you can do a lot of cool visual stuff with them. So they look nice. Oh yeah. Next up, there's a new set of logic gates available for you. You're familiar with the old gates and iron and ore and the gold and an ore and the diamond and an ore gates. Those guys are all cool. But a new set of gates is available called the Autarkic Gate. This guy is really neat. And they come in all the varieties that the standard gates come in. So you get your gold, diamond, and an ores and all that stuff. These guys are crafted by taking an existing gate and adding a pulsating chipset and an iron chipset. So you can see the pulsating chipset requires an ender pearl and some redstone. But you get 2 of them, so that's pretty cool. And your iron gate is a redstone chipset, or iron and gate, again with redstone iron and pulsating. Pretty neat. So you can check that out and see that pretty much take the existing gate style that you want, a gold AND gate for example, and add the pulsating and the iron chipset, and you'll get yourself an autarkic gold AND gate. Let's check out what these awesome devices do right now. Now, anyone who's used Buildcraft in the past knows that in order for a wooden gate to be activated and pull items out of an adjacent chest, you have to supply it with some kind of energy pulse, usually from a wooden engine right here, as you can see. A redstone engine will go ahead and pulse, and every time it finishes its cycle, it pulls one item out of the chest. And it'll transport it down the line using the cobblestone pipes next to it. Pretty cool. Well, an autarkic gate is basically a built-in redstone engine. All you have to do is place it on your wooden pipe like so. And one of the new options, you can check, first of all the different options. So you can say, for example, items in inventory. And one of the new options is Energy Pulsar, along with the redstone signal and the gate wires that you're familiar with in the past. Energy Pulse is basically a redstone engine pulse. So you can set this gate up so that anytime there's items in inventory, it's going to automatically pulse and pull items out for you. So no longer do you have to add a redstone engine here. You can simply place this on the gate and it'll go ahead and pulse. Pretty cool. Now if I take items out, it should turn off the gate for us. Just like you can see there. So place items back in, and it should detect that there's items in the inventory and start pulling them out. Ta-da! And just as you would expect, you can set this up with other gates. So I'm going to take this regular old iron and gates and tell it that whenever there is space for liquid in the tank next to it, to emit a red pipe signal, as it's doing now. And I'm going to go ahead and put some liquid into this guy right now. And we can set up this gate to tell it, hey, whenever you're receiving a red pipe signal, go ahead and emit an energy pulse. And it's going to do that and start pumping water out of here. Awesome. And this will keep requesting water until it gets filled up, at which point it'll turn off the red piping signal, which will disable the pulse on the other side. So it'll no longer be pumping water out of the adjacent tank. Awesome. So pretty much your Autarkic Gate is a built-in redstone engine. Pretty sweet. Alright, now let's show you guys the hopper. The hopper is a really cool device, definitely one of my favorite additions to Buildcraft here, and all you got to do is set up a system like this to check out how it works. Now if you're familiar with Buildcraft, you'll know that if you place some iron ore and a gold ore in a chest and send it over to some kind of machine that only has one input slot, for example this macerator, which isn't being powered, so it's not going to go ahead and set up items. Let's wait for these items to start transferring over there. What's going to happen to them? Well, the iron is going to land inside the machine on the top slot, and the gold isn't going to fit inside that machine, so it's going to kind of fall out into the ground. So let's see that happen now. So there we go. Gold lands inside the iron lands inside the machine, and the gold is going to sit there and just bounce out because it cannot sit inside this machine. There's no room for it. Well, the hopper resolves that issue. Basically, place your hopper on top of a machine like so, and let's go ahead and take our iron and gold back. The hopper has a built-in inventory of 4 slots, and what it's going to do is it's going to try and place an item into the machine directly below it, and it's going to place it in the top slot because it's on the top of the machine. Now the hopper is going to be able to hold 4 items, or 4 stacks of items, and you'll be able to pretty much act as a buffer between the items going through the pipes and the items landing in the machine. Let's try it out right now with a couple pieces of iron and gold. So I'm placing some iron and some gold ore inside this chest, and it's going to get pulled out by the Autarkic Gate on it. You can see the iron is zipping straight into the hopper, and as soon as it lands in the hopper, it's being deposited in the macerator below. And the macerator is going to start working on its iron ore, if it had power. Now the golden one is going to just land right inside the hopper's inventory, and it's going to sit there and wait. And any future items that land in here, for example cobblestone or dirt, will do the same thing. They'll land in the other slots. And once the iron ore has been cleared out of the macerator, it's going to go ahead and pull down the next item available inside the hopper. Note that the cobblestone is landed in there now, and then finally some dirt. Now if we, like I said, take the iron ore out, the gold is going to quickly drop down into there, and the remaining items will remain inside the hopper. Take the gold out and the cobblestone will land in, take the cobblestone out and the dirt will land in there. And these things can be stacked on top of each other, so you can put multiple hoppers on top of each other, and you'll have pretty much a wider system to work with. So if we were to do something like this, there we go. Simply place an item in the top slot, and it's going to filter its way down to this one, which will then come down to this one, which will then come down to this one. So you can really build some tall structures of hoppers to store lots of items. And that about wraps up our Buildcraft version 3.2 tutorial. Hope you guys enjoyed checking it out. Definitely go download it. It's, like I said, a pre-release at the moment, but there's still plenty of cool things to check out, and you know, it's pretty stable at this point. So this is Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed it, and take it easy.